Are there ghosts in here? There she is. Welcome to the Daily Smash for Friday, October 27th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly. Wait, Mom.
Yeah.
Real quick. How's your nose? How's your eyes?
Feels a little bit better.
It does feel not too better though.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Bobby had
Did you do the
procedure
saline?
done.
Did you do the saline?
Yeah, I did the saline. I gotta do it again right now.
Okay.
She had a procedure done. We're going to show it next week
On Patreon.
on Patreon. We're saving it for Patreon, the Rick and Kelly Show. But for you guys, we want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here all week long into next week. While you're watching this, we might be on a plane to Vegas, baby. Friday, we're flying to Vegas this morning, and we're there for a wedding, and we're gonna spend the weekend there.
I told Heather McDonald, we're going Saturday. I go, why? Like all the festivities are starting Friday.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, let me try to change it. She couldn't change.
Really?
She's going to JSX too, I think.
Oh wow.
And I'm like she should have went Friday. If you're going to go to
Yeah.
Vegas, you got to go Friday and Saturday.
Right. Why wouldn't you go for at least 2 nights?
Yeah.
That's well.
Right?
We're gonna see her, Heather, for the first time since in a while, and we're looking forward to it.
I love her.
So do I. We're going to Delilah's.
And I have to
Friday
say,
night?
I think I like her husband better.
Then who?
Kidding. I love Peter. He's funny. I was kidding. I wanted to get
That
it.
is so funny. I forgot to laugh. Get it? This is a weird way to start our show.
I know.
Want to start it again?
No. We're weird.
We're going to Friday night.
This is like reality.
I've only had 1 glass of wine.
Not even. Like 2 sips.
We're going to Delilah's on Friday night after the wedding cocktail party. Mm-hmm. And that should be a lot of fun. Delilah's is amazing. It's like a supper club. Like you're stepping back in time.
Beautiful.
They must have spent, what did they say?
Beautiful.
We heard like $40 million
$40
building
million
that.
building that out. Could you imagine
Yeah,
putting that kind of capital up for a restaurant?
insane. But in Vegas, they make it back pretty quick.
Yeah.
We encourage you to try Ilia wine. This is our favorite wine, and they sponsor the Daily Smash and our Beverly Hills recaps. And you can get it at 20% off using the discount code RickandKelly20 at Ilia.com. No joke, you're going to love it. And it'll be delivered right to your door. Get some extra bottles for the holidays, and tell them Rick and Kelly sent you. Okay?
Do you notice that Dorit doesn't have that accent anymore? Do you notice that?
I heard the accent. I
You
did.
did?
I did. It's a weird
She used to
accent.
say PK, and now she's like PK.
We have some comments on our Beverly Hills recap. We watched the first show Wednesday night.
Uh-huh.
I loved it.
Right.
It was like a real Housewives show, enjoyable Housewives show.
Enjoyable.
Not a bunch of BS. And Pam Kirby agreed. RHOBH did not disappoint. Something is not right for Kelly to be excluded when she and Vicky carried the show. Also, I love Kelly's Chanel sweater.
Oh, thank you.
It was very pretty.
I want to say somebody said, well, you went out on bad terms.
Yeah.
So I do these live things live when it came out last night. And I sit and I type, because I'm a fast typer. I had to be, because my first job out of college was entering ads, and I had to do 90 words a minute. So that's why I can type fast. So I'm like, woo.
I can
and
type
you're up
fast,
here.
too.
You're a reporter. This one girl goes, well, you left on bad terms. That's why they don't want you back. I'm like, really? Because Nene Leakes is the one with the Bethany thing. She's the one that said that Vicky went out horribly. On horrible terms. Remember when she was calling that shit like that?
Yeah.
And it was so funny.
Tamara went out on bad terms too. They brought her back.
Yeah, and she said that she was saying about Tamara said that production does this and they do this and she's never did it like this. She really spilled the beans and she's invited back.
Melissa Offman said in 1977 said, "What a difference between the women on RHOC and Beverly Hills. After watching the way they acted on OC, I forgot how classy the women are on Beverly Hills. Tamara really brings down the OC with her vulgarity. Love you both. Thank you for the recap.
Well, and Gina too. I wasn't just picking on one person. It's funny. Kate Casey's funny. She's a comedian. She works with Heather McDonald, and she said, "Thanks for." I guess she listens to the Smash.
Yeah.
And she's hysterical. Kate Casey. Anyway, follow her. And she's like, "Thank you for saying how OC is very, very, very entrepreneurial here. There's a whole thing too I forgot about, Technology Way. Like, I don't remember if you guys remember Gateway Computers. I mean, there's Ingram Micro is here. Like, there is the Oracle, Google. I mean, there's a big, huge
Tech community
here. It's like a mini Silicon Valley here in Orange County. There is a lot of women whom I'm friends with that are very classy and have amazing lives that showcase them.
Who would better represent Orange County?
Yes, and they never wanted to take my friends. I mean, I knew Elizabeth. I did know Elizabeth, and Elizabeth is rich. She is, and I don't think she got, like I said, she got a fair shot.
A fair shake
because her life is interesting, and you're self-filming. I don't know.
Whatever. Beverly Hills is crushing it, okay? That's a much more entertaining show to watch. Rosie Frank said you, Kelly, are spot on about Kyle, and the midlife crisis. You can hear it in her rebellious voice and then the way she is happy, sad like she was on Watch What Happens Live last night. She just seems unsettled and confused. Brain chemistry changes when this happens. I believe you are right on this, Kelly.
Oh, thank you. And somebody wrote on there this morning and laughed. Not only Kyle lose weight, but she lost her mind as well.
And on Thursday Smash about the Maine situation, we were a little different on our Smash Thursday. Tasker Doable said, "Thank you for covering the Maine situation, just awful." Cynthia David, "The world has gone over to the dark side, and I pray for the gods to shine light to shine upon us. I pray for the families and friends who have lost their loved ones." Rose Burke, "Good job this morning. Important discussion. Prayers for all affected by the events in Maine." Jessica Hernandez said, "I totally agree with what you both said. This is horrible what happened." User, some letters and numbers. "Thank you, Rick, for your genuine, compassionate spirit. You truly are a loving soul." And Cruising Mimi said, "I love you two together as a couple, unafraid and unabashedly yourselves.
Aww.
I am a new subscriber and enjoy your vibe. Prayers to the families affected and community. Only God and His Son can eradicate the evil spirits released in this world. God bless."
God bless.
Strength,
Amen.
strength to you folks in Maine. Strength.
Oh, yeah.
So we went to, we had a really interesting interview with George Esquivel.
So, I mean, I know a lot of podcasters only do famous people or people that are famous, you know, like Heather McDonald does people of pop culture and things like that.
And a lot of comedians.
That's what she told us.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, "Can you show my book?"
You don't qualify. You're not a comedian.
Yeah, you're not a comedian.
I'm pretty funny, though.
Yeah. Housewives, pop culture stuff. Like, a lot of people do that. I like to interview people that are creative, that add a different flair to life. And that would be like cooking or creating clothes or things that are not. I just always want to know how people got started, how they persevered, what their outlook is on life. Yeah. And I just find it fascinating. So Rick did not. Rick's like, "Well, who's this guy?" Like, who is this guy?
Admittedly not up on fashion, but he's a very well-known shoe designer. He's done a lot of rock stars, a lot of actors, famous, like A-listers, a lot of ball players, NBA, NFL. And he sat down with us and showed us around his workshop. And this is a clip about his upbringing, which is fascinating. Someone said that you had really had some tough times earlier in life.
Yeah, I grew up. I had a crazy upbringing. My dad was a criminal. When I was 7, he came home shot, and he wanted my mom to patch him up. When I was 9, we had a good father-son outing, and he took me to steal my first bike. And then at 14, I started collecting the money for the drugs. And it wasn't until I was 19 I kicked him out of the house and I became head of the household. So it was just crazy. I went to 12 different schools. We lived in motels up until I was about 14 or 15 years old. Yeah, so, but now life is amazing. Look, I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, you sound like he's got 3 successful children.
Yeah, I mean,
unbelievable
life
what
is
you've done.
amazing. You know, it's been like a fairy tale. So your boots and your shoes will be cut just like that.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. It was so interesting to see a cobbler. Like when I would go to China,
Yeah.
I would go and see all these factories and how things were made with the tanneries. So he had these leather things, and in China, they would that's where they tan leather. And I said, because I know they're not allowed to do it here in the United States, but he said there is a couple places that can, because it's such a dirty business. It's like against like those EPA rules or whatever those rules are
they're very
for the
strict now.
environmental stuff. And it's like a dirty job. That's why they do it over there in China.
Well, George also hand makes every pair of shoes, or he has his craftsman doing it. Like you saw that one guy cutting the leather. Fascinating story. The interview is on our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon out now. So sign up for our Patreon. Just costs $5 to join, and you'll get access to all 114 of our episodes, including the George interview and a new Cooking with Kelly this week with our patron Bruno. He's a Cajun, and he taught you how to make the sauce that it'll knock your socks off.
It's amazing.
Yeah, the Rick and Kelly show.
Yeah. I love that.
We also have a Zoom call on Monday afternoon. If you missed it, this past Monday, we're going to do one more on Monday for anyone interested in supporting small business and being part of a team that Kelly and I are forming. Everybody benefits from this, and it's a pretty cool cause. We'll all be explained on a Zoom call on Monday afternoon, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Just go to the description of this show. The link is in there. You can just register and then join us on Monday for our Zoom.
Switch away.
In the news now.
In the news.
I picked this one out for you because I want to know what your opinion is on this story.
Okay. Give it to me.
United passengers, United, the airline, are predicting brawls and are threatening a boycott as a new boarding system takes effect. Starting Thursday, those flying economy on United flights around the country began boarding with a new system which sees passengers in window seats enter the aircraft first, regardless of the row. Those booked in the middle seats then board the plane, followed by those in aisle seats. United says the system helps ease congestion of the plane's aisles and ultimately speeds up the time it takes for all flyers to take their seats. So if you and I are traveling together...
Well, is that why you have to board a half an hour before takeoff?
Yes, but if you and I are flying together, we don't board together. The window seat goes first. Are you going to get on?
I like to be in the aisle.
We do?
I do.
I thought you liked the window. You always take the window.
Well, because there was only 2 of us,
Yeah.
typically.
Yeah.
But if I'm going economy...
You want the aisle?
I like to be in the aisle because I want to, in case I need to
Then
escape.
you have to wait. You have to wait to board until all the windows board and all the middle seats board, and then the aisle seats board.
I don't know. I can't take these. I wish I had a plane.
Why wouldn't you let a family traveling together board together? Because who's carrying all the bags? You know, like you're going to get on with the suitcase or whatever. You're going to have to put it up yourself because I'm not there to put it up for you. What if it's an older person? Like they're still going to let...
And by the way, I have to pee all the time, so that's why I like to be on the aisle. I don't care if I bother you, but I don't like being, and I get like claustrophobic in there. Especially if you have a big, huge, fat person next to you, and I'm like.
Yeah. They call this the Wilma system. It's a boarding method called the Wilma boarding method. They say it saved an average of 2 minutes for the boarding of domestic flights. However, some patrons are less than impressed that the airline has brought Wilma back, with one saying they even expect brawls to break out due to limited luggage space in the overhead lockers. With this approach, window seat passengers will have first dibs on overhead bins. Unless the gate personnel strictly enforce the 2-item rule, I predict some interesting dialogue and disruptions to occur during boarding. So, a lot of people are saying they're not going to fly United because they don't like this system. And I have to say, just now reading this out loud,
yeah,
I think it's stupid.
I do too.
There's no I mean, you're going to save 2 whole minutes, but you're going to split people traveling together apart. It's confusion, and I don't think it's worth it. I'm against it.
On United, don't you have assigned seats?
Yes, and your assigned seat is an aisle, a window, or a middle seat. and
Right.
depending on your assigned seat, that's when you board. Now, first class or business class will still board ahead of economy. And if you need assistance, you're going to board first. Military people board first. But then everybody in economy has to follow this new rule on United. Are you in or out?
I freaking hate United. I do. And I hate Delta too.
I'm going to tell you my trick. I shouldn't do
I
that.
like
Should I tell
I
my
like
trick?
JetBlue.
I do too.
I'm a JetBlue person.
I don't do this all the time, but I have in the past, I have said I need extra time. I'm like, I need extra time.
For what?
They never ask. Maybe
what do you
one
need
out of
extra
10
time for?
Because I want to get on the plane. I don't want to stand there and wait 20 minutes. I want to get on the plane, get in my seat, get my stuff plugged in, get settled, and then relax.
I like to be the last.
We were the last going to Detroit.
I like it.
We
I
were the
want to
last
sit
one.
there with everybody else in a tube.
Well, if you're
I want
up,
to be the last person in there.
But if you're up-
the least I have to be in that airplane, the better.
but if you're up front in first class, and they're serving drinks before takeoff, which some of these airlines are doing again, then you can get in your seat, you can get your drink, you can relax. I fell asleep. I was probably sleeping for 20 minutes before we took off the last time we flew
You know
up
what I
front.
hate? I hate when you take those flights to like Vegas or to Phoenix, those 1 hour, 45-minute things,
Yeah.
and they don't give you a drink. That's really what ticks me off.
It's so, the flight to
That
Vegas.
is so bad.
It's well, but it's
Everything's
so.
just getting worse. I
But
don't
the
know.
flight's so short. Like by the time you reach that
But
cruising
that's what's so
altitude,
nice.
you're
You
going
get your
back down.
drink. They serve you. That's your job. So
Okay.
I said the stewardess, and somebody goes, "You can't say stewardess anymore."
You have to say flight attendant.
And they're like, stewardesses when they were fun, and they used to go back with the. Remember somebody said that? Somebody said it's
Yeah.
that's when the stewardess were fun.
That's when they were fun. Not fun anymore. Get yourself some Ilya wine and have yourself a fantastic, smash-tastic weekend. Oh, we still have extra large Rick and Kelly show and Daily Smash sweatshirts available.
We sold out on the mediums.
We sold out on the mediums, and most of the larges are gone, but we have XLs if you want a really soft, wonderful cotton sweatshirt. And the hat. And we have hats. We're ordering more, but right now we have the hats and we have XLs for both Daily Smash and the Rick and Kelly show. So go to Rick and Kelly show, rickkellyshow.com.
Can I tell everybody what we did today?
Sure.
So, my friend Dr. Daryl Joffrey, you guys know him. He has a chiropractor here that my mom has like a deviated septum, and her allergies are so bad that her eyes are constantly watering. Like she can't see, she can't drive, she can barely walk because it's clogged in there. So I saw Dr. Gerald Joffrey do it. He's like, "Oh yeah, have your mom do it." Stuck a balloon up my mom's nose.
You got to see this video.
You guys have to see it.
Next week on the Rick and Kelly show.
Mom, do you feel better?
Yes, I do.
She says she feels
Do you
better.
really?
I do.
I don't want to tell you what it looked like when the guy was prepping it to shove it up her nose. He was going like this and putting something
He
on
goes, "Your mother
And it looked like-
is a rock star." She's like, she didn't even affect her like at all. Like most people are like,
She is a rock star.
but she said it was so bad that this is her. She got a CT scan and it showed that she's all clogged in there. That she needs to get surgery. But I mean,
Well, good for you. You're a good daughter.
I am.
You set the whole thing up.
Am I a good daughter, Mom?
You're the best.
The best.
Nothing but the best, Cousin Eddie.
Okay, guys. Now, have a smash-tastic day, smash-tastic weekend, and we'll see you Monday. If you haven't watched our Beverly Hills recap, I think it's a lot of fun. Check it out right here on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
And
Mom, do
subscribe.
those pajamas fit you?
Subscribe here on YouTube.
Yeah. They're so cute.
Wait, let me show everybody what I got you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Just real
This is
quick.
the last thing we're doing, and then we're shutting it down.
No, people like to hear it. We're only at 20 minutes. Did you guys have a good day today? Tell us about your day. You're starting your morning. How's your morning starting off?
And Kelly, I can walk. I walk fine.
Who said
Well-
you couldn't walk?
I said she couldn't walk.
Oh.
Well, you can't walk down the stairs as well.
What is that?
You can't see.
Did you get that for your mom today?
Yeah, isn't
Aw.
this cute?
Wow, that's a sexy pair of pajamas you got there.
They're soft.
Oh, nice.
Do they fit you, Mother?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Were they too
sweet.
big?
No, they're perfect.
Sweet.
I like everything big. I don't know. When I wear pajamas, I want them like extra large.
Everybody should have a daughter like me.
You're not a daughter.
No, you said you like everything big.
I'm a mother here. What's wrong with you?
I was talking about my biceps.
You know what?
Gun show.
You need to go to. You know what? You need to go to the vet because these puppies are sick.
Damn right they are.
You look at that.
Oh.
You need a band-aid because this shit's cut.
I'll show you the rest, but not right now. Okay, now we got to go. Take care,
All right,
everybody.
bye. Bye.